I've built out a bunch of custom weapons on this channel, but this build is beautifully simple. I could have complicated it with more features and upgrades, but I really wanted a shotgun that just had the bare minimum. With the simplicity came one of my favorite parts of this build, which is just how comfortable it is to shoot. I mean, besides the fact that there's little to no recoil due to Vaincomp's custom barrel porting, the stock is so incredibly comfortable. Even after shooting that intro, my shoulder was just fine after about 10 minutes of rest. Jumping right into the build, the base shotgun, like I said before, is a Vaincomp 590A1 with their Elite Titanium Cerakote, which when mixed with the wood furniture looks super good. If you don't know anything about Vaincomp, they've been building shotguns for an incredibly long time. They make some fantastic parts for all types of shotguns, and the quality is top notch. The 590A1 from Vaincomp, if purchased from them, will look like this, and while it looks standard, it does come with a bunch of upgrades already. What I did was took the base model 590 and modified it to be simple, user-friendly, while maintaining its incredible reliability rating. The first upgrade was removing the OEM rear sight and replacing it with Vaincomp's new RMR compatible option, which allows you to basically direct mount a Trijicon RMR and co-witness through the irons. This makes ADS extremely easy and practical. It's also definitely one of my favorite features about this build. The RMR itself is the 6.5 MOA Trijicon Type 2 in gray. Shout out to Optics Planet for sending this over. I do have a code for them below, but there is a better code for kit page members. This RMR is one of my favorite versions. I love to have the buttons for light adjustments, and the 6.5 dot is extremely clear. The next upgrade I made was to the safety switch from NDZ, which I did have a couple of issues with this one being a little sticky, so I think I'll be switching it back over to Vaincomp's custom switch, but overall I would say these are pretty good in both the design and the price if you wanted more lip on your safety, which is what I prefer. And last but not least, we have the WOOX furniture, which to me is the crowning jewel of this build. This is what makes this gun so comfortable and fun to fire. The stock is smooth, and when resting your cheek, everything just sits exactly where it should. There's a ton of padding to mitigate recoil, and it's extremely well made and easy to assemble. The foreend's overall design is fantastic as well. With the built-in M-LOK, you have some options, but for me and the theme of this build, I'm going to leave them alone for now. I do love to have the option though for more accessories in the future. Overall, I would say WOOX did an absolutely incredible job with these two parts, and I can 100% recommend them. When purchasing the forend, you will need to measure your action tube to make sure you get the right size, which WOOX has a nice little chart here to help you figure that out, but I got the 7 3/4 as that's the correct size for the Vaincomp 590A1 that I have here. If I were to add any other accessories, it would probably be a shell carrier, which WOOX also sells. I would also probably throw a sling on here, as the stock comes with a QD slot, and with the M-LOK on the forend, it'd be really easy to run one. And then the last thing I would probably add is maybe a light one day, but that's only because I think they are practical on any firearm. I do also want to show off this axe that was also made by WOOX that I wanted only because it matches the build and I thought it was cool. Honestly though, I would have ended up purchasing one of these anyway because it's a great quality product and I needed one for camping trips. So far, I can just absolutely recommend WOOX for all of the products I've used from them so far. Fantastic company, quality stuff. But other than that, I know this was a pretty short video, but this is the build. I couldn't be more happy with it. There's nothing like taking it to the range only to have people ask to look and shoot it, which is one of my favorite things to share. Make sure you head out to the range to get some training in. If you're in Utah and you see me, come and say hi. I'd love to meet. And again, if you would like to help me win a Gundy, you can vote via the link below. You are your own best defense. I will see you in the next one.